Hi, kindergarten. It's Mrs. Griffith. I've moved into my living room today just to get a different look for this book that we're going to be reading together. But I did want to show you and thank you for all the cards that have come my way for my sister Beth, and just cards of hello from all of you. And I have all of them right here at my house, and I love looking at them. And again, they make my heart really happy. So today we're going to read a book together, and it's called Zinnia's Flower Garden. And it's by Monica Wellington. And Monica Wellington is both the author and the illustrator of this book. And she uses lots of techniques that she enjoys. She uses photographs of real flowers in this story and real seeds and real tools from her garden, along with pictures that she's drawn. So she intermixes those two, which is really cool. And this book always makes me want to go out and work in my garden. As soon as I read it, it gets me going and in the mood. So there are four words I want to talk about before we read the book, just so you know what the definition of these words are, what they mean when we come to them. And the first word is fragrant. If something is fragrant, it has a smell, a noticeable smell. So flowers can be fragrant. Cookies baking in the oven can be fragrant, or bread baking in the oven. So fragrant is something that smells good. If you inspect something, you look at it very carefully. So you will see that the character in the story inspects her plants. She looks at them carefully. She talks about pesky weeds. And something that is pesky is something that causes problems, causes some trouble. So weeds can be pesky in your garden because they take up space that you want your flowers or plants to have. And then sprinkles, you probably know this, you put sprinkles on top of a cupcake or a cookie, but sprinkles are when you scatter small drops of something. And she's going to sprinkle something in her garden. So see if you can be watching and listening for what that is. Today, as we read this story, Zinnia's Flower Garden, you are going to be thinking about the steps that Monica Wellington shows her character taking to plant flowers. Okay? There are a series of steps that she takes, and I want you to pay attention to those steps as I read the book, and we'll be talking about them later in the week, okay? All right, so here we go. Zinnia's Flower Garden by Monica Wellington. Spring has arrived. Zinnia is getting her garden ready for planting. She, there's our high frequency word she, and it's highlighted. She digs up the soil and turns it over with her shovel. She takes out stones and rakes the dirt smooth. The warm sun feels good as she works. So here she is in the spring, and she's getting her garden ready. She's got to turn the soil over and smooth it. She's got her tools here that she's going to use and her fertilizer. She has her garden journal here where she keeps notes about what she does outside in her garden. She has her kitty cat and she has her dog, and they are in the garden with her. Zinnia carefully plants many kinds of flower seeds in rows. She covers the seeds with dirt and pats it all down very gently. she sprinkles, there's that word sprinkles, the ground with water. Here's our high frequency word all, which is highlighted for us. And here she is putting her seeds in rows in the ground. And then she's going to sprinkle them with water. So little drops of water are going to go all over her soil. And here she tells us in her journal that it's May 3rd. Very busy planting my seeds today. Such hard work. So it's the beginning of May, and she's planting her seeds. And she's got, Monica Wellington shows us some of the seed packets that she uses. Cosmos and black-eyed Susans and asters and sweet peas. And those are all different kinds of flowers that we're going to see in this book. Zinnia waits for the seeds to sprout. The seeds need the sun to shine, the rain to fall, and many days to pass. It is hard to wait for so long for her seeds to grow. So here she is waiting in the garden. The rains are coming down. I love the bright colors that Monica Wellington uses in her stories. Here's Zinnia, her dog and her cat. She shows us lots of different kinds of clouds, nimbus clouds and cirrus clouds and cumulus clouds and stratus clouds that might float by and give some rain on her garden. And it is May 12th. We see that in her gardening journal. In kindergarten, this is a book that if we were at school, I know you would be taking this book out at free choice time or at reading time and looking at all the juicy details, because Monica Wellington packs so many details into all of her pictures. It's a little harder for me to do that in one sitting on camera, but you can maybe play this a couple times and look at different details. Every day, Zinnia checks her garden to see if anything has happened. Oh, and I see a period right there, so I pause. Look! Exclamation point. The first seedling is poking its way up through the dirt. So here she sees her first seedling, and that's on May 20th, so about 17 days, about 3 weeks have gone by. She says, my first sprout today. Wow! And she shows us here the stages of germination, how a plant changes from a seed, and the roots start to grow, and the seedling starts to pop, and it comes right up out of the soil. And they are so excited to see it. Now, Zinnia's garden is full of green sprouts growing toward the sun. Little stems grow taller. Little leaves get bigger. Little roots burrow deeper into the earth. So here Monica Wellington, she shows us this cool picture that's kind of a slice, and we get to see underground what's happening to the plants and above ground what's happening to the plants. And this is at May 29th, the end of May. Woohoo! She is so excited because she has all these little seedlings growing, and they're getting taller. Zinnia takes care of her garden every day. When the sun is hot and the soil is dry, she waters her thirsty plants. So now we're in June. It's June 17th. So summer has almost officially begun, and there's no rain. It's looking a little more like summer. She's using some blue colors, and the sun is hot in the sky, and she's got to water those plants now to keep them healthy. She's got her sprinkler and her watering can, and the dog and the cat and the birds are all enjoying the garden with her. So first she had to plant those seeds. Now she's having to care for them. She pulls up pesky weeds. There's that word pesky, that try to crowd out her plants. She inspects there's the word, inspects them for greedy bugs. They might want to eat her plants. She measures how tall her strong and healthy plants are growing. Every day they get bigger and bigger. So here she is in July now, so solidly in summer. She's measuring those plants, and my goodness, they are getting taller and taller. First thing in the morning, Zinnia runs out to check her garden. She is excited to see her little buds growing on many of her plants. She says on July 18th, "My zinnias have buds. I wonder what color they are going to be." And out she runs. You can just see some buds. That means that blossom or flower is just getting ready to open. She looks really excited. She's waited so long. And then, at last, she finds what she has been waiting for. The first flower. One bud has bloomed. How beautiful! There's an exclamation point there. It tells me to really say those words with excitement. And what a sweet smell. There are many more buds that will open soon. This is July 25th. My first flowers today, and lots more to come. Amazing. A big monarch butterfly landed on my finger. So butterflies are enjoying her gardens. She's showing us the parts of a plant, the blossom itself. And here she is smelling that first bud, first blossom. It's a zinnia, just like her name. The garden grows and grows with blossoming flowers. Zinnia paints, reads, and picnics among them. Butterflies flutter, bees buzz. Zinnia's garden is her favorite place to be on these warm summer days. She says, August 11th, I love my garden. And she is out and enjoying it. Isn't that a beautiful picture, kindergarten? She has all these amazing photographs of flowers, all different kinds of flowers that she is enjoying in her garden. Love that picture. Here she tells us what they are. Her flowers are abundant. That means there are many of them. And Zinnia cuts them to arrange into bouquets. The fragrant scents, that means that really nice smell, of the flowers swirl around her in the warm breeze. Oh, wouldn't you like to be out in her garden at that time? She has cosmos, marigolds, sunflowers, snapdragons, zinnias, black-eyed Susans, sweet peas, sweet williams, asters, just all kinds of beautiful flowers in her garden. Look, she's cutting a sunflower to put in a bouquet. One hot summer day, Zinnia has a lemonade stand and puts up a sign. Pick your own flowers. Wow! Customers come and gather bunches of flowers and drop money in her jar. So that's August 28th. Busy today at my stand. Everyone loves my flowers. So people get to come and pick and pay for their own gorgeous bouquets. This sign says, pick your own flowers. What a fun idea. She gets to share them with people, doesn't she? Looks like the kitty cat's enjoying them, and her dog is keeping her company, of course. In the autumn, as it gets colder, Zinnia picks the last flowers from her garden. She finds ripe seeds that have formed. They are ready to be collected. She will save them to plant next year. So as these flowers are dying, as summer is ending, some of them will drop seeds, and she can collect those seeds and save them to plant in the spring. And I like how she's transitioning her colors here. Her colors are looking a little more fallish, don't you think? A little more orange and brown. We're coming out of summer. The winter days are short. The sun is dim and the ground is covered with snow. But Zinnia is already planning next year's garden. When spring comes, she will be ready to grow her very own flowers again. So here she is in her house. Ooh, we can see it's winter time outside. It's cold out there. She's remembering these beautiful flowers that she's had and planning her garden for the following year. That's the end. So, that's a wonderful book by Monica Wellington, and she talks and tells us about the steps that Zinnia takes to grow her garden. I hope you enjoyed it, kindergarten. I'll talk to you later. Bye.